Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean. I'm really glad you're here. Today we're diving into the Libra Full Moon happening on April 1st, 2026. And no, despite the date, this is not a cosmic prank. This moon is powerful, emotional, and very revealing when it comes to relationships, balance, and truth. The energy builds strongly throughout the day and night. Please scroll down for your sun, moon, and rising sign, but listen to my intro. Libra is the seventh sign of the zodiac, a cardinal air sign, and it's deeply connected to how we relate, not just romantically, but socially, professionally, and emotionally. Under a Libra full moon, we're asked to look honestly at how we show up in relationships, whether there's true equality and reciprocity, where compromise has become imbalance, and where harmony has been confused with avoidance. Because this is a full moon, emotions are heightened, stories come to a turning point, and something that's been building reaches visibility. Across the sky, the sun in Aries shines a light on the other side of the equation. Independence, identity, desire, and self-direction. This creates the classic me versus we tension. Not conflict for conflict's sake, but clarity. This full moon occurs around 12 degrees of Libra, which carries subtle Piscean undertones. That blend adds a layer of emotional sensitivity, idealism in relationships, spiritual or karmic themes, and the uncovering of things that were hidden, unspoken, or brushed aside. This is where dreams about connection can either be fulfilled or dissolve. There's a strong question running through this moon. Who am I when I'm truly in relationship with another? With Aries energy activated, there's nowhere to hide behind politeness or people-pleasing. What's real becomes obvious. For this full moon, we look to the Sabian Symbol for 13 degrees Libra. The theme is children blowing soap bubbles. This image speaks to playfulness, wonder, creativity, rather like the Six of Cups in the tarot. The beauty of temporary experiences. Soap bubbles are magical, but fleeting. They shimmer, float, and add joy to our lives. Okay, so let's look at each sign. Also, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the vid. Aries, this full moon activates your 7th house. This house is all about committed relationships, one-to-one dynamics, and the mirrors people hold up for us, so you can expect turning points, realizations, or emotional conversations around partnership. At the same time, the sun is in your 1st house, putting the spotlight back on you, your identity, your needs, and your sense of self. This full moon asks you to balance independence with cooperation without losing either. Taurus, this full moon activates your 6th house. This house is all about daily routines, work habits, health, and the way you show up in service to others, so you can expect adjustments around workload, boundaries, or well-being. The sun in your 12th house encourages rest, release, and reflection, reminding you that balance comes from listening to what your body and intuition need behind the scenes. Gemini, this full moon lights up your 5th house. This house rules creativity, romance, pleasure, and self-expression, so you can expect emotions to surface around love, joy, or creative projects. With the sun in your 11th house, there's also a focus on goals, friendships, and your future vision, asking you to balance personal passion with your place in the bigger picture. Cancer, this full moon activates your 4th house. This house is all about home, family, emotional foundations, and inner security. So you may feel heightened feelings around where, or with whom, you feel safe. Meanwhile, the sun in your 10th house highlights career, visibility, and responsibilities in the world, asking you to reconcile private needs with public roles. Leo, this full moon energizes your 3rd house. This house governs communication, conversations, learning, and close connections, so news, dialogue, or important realizations may come to the surface. The sun in your 9th house invites you to zoom out, focusing on truth, beliefs, and the bigger meaning behind what you're experiencing. Virgo, this full moon activates your 2nd house. This house is all about money, self-worth, and personal resources, so you may reassess what you value and how you sustain yourself. At the same time, the sun in your 8th house draws attention to shared money, so this is a very financial axis. April really can give you a money boost. Libra, this full moon is in your 1st house, turning the spotlight directly onto you. This house governs identity, presence, and how you initiate things, so emotions may feel very personal and visible. Opposite you, the Sun in your 7th house emphasizes partners and significant others, asking you to redefine how you show up in relationships without losing yourself. Scorpio, this full moon activates your 12th house. This house is about the subconscious, endings, rest, and emotional release, so you may feel the need to withdraw, reflect, or let something quietly dissolve. The Sun in your 6th house keeps you engaged with daily responsibilities, highlighting the need to balance rest with practical commitments. Sagittarius, this full moon lights up your 11th house. This house rules friendships, networks, and long-term goals, so shifts may occur within your social world or future plans. With the Sun in your 5th house, there's also a strong pull toward pleasure, romance, and creative self-expression, reminding you not to lose joy while pursuing the future. Capricorn, this full moon activates your 10th house. This house governs career, reputation, and life direction, so professional matters or leadership roles may reach a turning point. The Sun in your 4th house pulls your attention inward toward home and emotional stability, asking you to balance outer success with inner grounding. Aquarius, this full moon energizes your 9th house. This house is all about beliefs, travel, learning, and perspective, so you may experience a shift in worldview or clarity around your personal philosophy. Meanwhile, the Sun in your 3rd house highlights conversations, information, and everyday interactions, helping insight meet practical understanding. Pisces, this full moon activates your 8th house. This house governs intimacy, emotional bonds, shared resources, and deep transformation, so vulnerability and truth are key themes now. The Sun in your 2nd house brings attention to self-worth and material stability, asking you to find balance between emotional merging and personal security.